Hi, I'm Christy Sturdivant, and I love to talk about energy in relation to the universal laws in human design. And today I want to bust the myth that projectors don't have any energy of their own. As a mom of two projector boys, I can assure you they have lots of energy. So, where are they getting this energy from? Well, you may or may not know that human design has 9 different centers that make up the body graph, and 4 of those centers are actually motor centers, meaning those centers generate some kind of energy in the body that pushes people to move forward. Okay? Projectors have motor centers, but they don't have that life force giving motor center, which is the sacral center. The sacral center is only defined in generators and manifesting generators, but projectors can have any of their other 3 motor centers defined. Those motor centers being the solar plexus, the ego center, and the root center. So depending on which of those centers you have defined, if you have any of them defined, will determine what kind of generating energy you have moving through your system. So I will tell you that I have, like I mentioned, 2 projector boys, and they are 2 very different projector boys. One of my boys has 8 of the 9 centers defined. The only center that he does not have defined in his chart is his sacral center, which is what makes him a projector. But if you looked at his chart, you would say, oh my goodness, look at all this energy this kid has. He has a lot of energy. Down here, he has his root center, which is putting pressure on him to move forward in life. His solar plexus is defined, so he is driven by his intuition, but also his fears. And then his ego or heart center is defined, meaning that when he has this desire in his heart or in his being, that can also push him to go forward. He has the willpower to get him through and accomplish whatever goal he has his sights set on. And when a projector does have their ego center defined, you can be rest assured that they might just outperform a generator for a little bit. They don't have that longevity like a generator has, but they do have that drive and willpower to push them through. Now, my other child, he only has one of his motor centers defined, and that is his root center. So that means that if he has some pressure building up inside of him, something that is maybe on a deadline, or he feels this timely presence to get done, that is enough of energy to move him forward too. That's a motor center inside of him to kind of push him forward and get things done. So projectors actually do have a lot of energy in their system, depending on which centers they have defined. But they also are working in this great capacity to kind of absorb energy from around them and project it out, which is just another really fantastic and fascinating aspect of energy. The fact that they can, my kids can take my sacral energy if I'm doing something I love, and they can almost absorb it themselves and then project it out. It's super fascinating. So all this to say, just because you're a projector doesn't mean that you don't have any energy of your own. You probably do have energy of your own, either through your defined gates, or maybe you have one of your motor centers defined, but you also have this capacity to absorb all of this energy from around you. So don't let the fact that you may be a projector, or that your kids may be projectors, take you off guard, because they do have a lot of energy. They're just using it in a very, very different way than you might be. And that's fantastic. That's what makes the world go round. If this is something that interests you, please consider subscribing to this channel so that you can get updates on when I do more things about parenting through human design.